What's that what's like the top mantra song that you would recommend somebody can download or listen to? Like your go-to.
There's so many.
You know, like there's like the Taylor Swift like popular song that everyone listens to, which I actually don't even know.
Yeah.
But what's that mantra?
Yeah.
Like for me, I listen to a lot of the ones that like have like Sata Nama.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The ones we were first introduced to were Wahe Guru.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wahe Guru.
So
Okay.
we love those. But of course, the one that you also mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many. And so it's like almost like as soon as it plays, we know all the words. They just come to us.
Okay.
But of course, since it's not something we speak on a
Mm-hmm.
regular, it's hard to remember the exact
Yes.
ones.
But yeah, Wahe Guru, Wahe Geo, and it really does release like this almost like this toxic guilt that we carry sometimes. And so that allows us to not be in flow. And so when you're listening to it over and over, sometimes when people are going through a really tough time, I will have them listen to that for 10 minutes straight. And that just really helps. You cry through it because you're just repeating mantra, but it's bringing up emotion because of it's just bringing you to that space. When something's at a certain frequency and say you're at a lower frequency, eventually you're going to match the frequency of what you're repeating, of what you're listening to. And so Wahe Guru,
Yeah.
Wahe Jio is a mantra that we learned actually at our sound bath facilitator training. And still to this day, just I think
Yeah.
yeah, the one that
We love
stands
that one.
stands alone.
I
Yeah.
But
love it.
there are so many. Yes.
Do we know what it means?
So I believe it's something like just clearing space,
Okay.
because you can also do that mantra with like a hand motion of going
Oh
over
yeah.
the head and
Yeah.
just clearing your space. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, and it's just really just clearing everything. So don't quote me on that, but I
But
believe that
No.
that's what.
I'm gonna Google
similar
Yes.
it
to
and you'll
that.
see me
Yes.
dancing in the morning to
Yeah.
Waheguru.
Hmm. Yeah. So good.
um, so what's in the pipeline for you guys next? What are the next big goals?
I mean, right now, and it's always been to go up the state and continue sharing sound baths through the schools because that was our first initial goal.
Mhm.
And we're so blessed to have been fortunate enough to work so closely with all the schools where we live. But now we're feeling it like we keep getting calls and we're like, okay, it's almost time to like keep going up. So definitely that, but also if you want to talk about your personal practice as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, so I have my personal practice, but um it- it's also in the speaking, like workshops, actually teaching workshops. Later in the summer, I will be giving a workshop on compassionate leadership. And so just really teaching not just like practices and modalities, but also how we speak to others, how we speak to ourselves, because how we speak to others is what our body is also receiving about ourselves. So that's kind of like a big goal of mine is I would love to start more speaking engagements. And so I did one here locally for just like a district wide company. And later this summer, it'll be for the region. So it'll be in the thousands. So I'm so grateful. But that's really what drives me is to teach because I love to hear later like Anna, I now do what you said.
Yeah.
And it's not about doing what I said, it's really just tapping into what feels right for you. And so if I can help somebody just find that spark within themselves, then I know that we're
Yeah.
continuing to be in alignment with our soul's path.
Yeah, just planting
Amazing.
those seeds. I feel
Mhm.
like we've done a lot of that, and it's a big reward, and so humbling to see people continuing in that and growing on their personal growth. Yeah.
I love this. So with that, where can people find you so you can plant some more
Mhm.
seeds?
Yeah. So on Instagram, we are on Raising Mami Alchemy. And you can also find us at raisingmami.com. Uh, for me, I'm on my well, I'm in the editing stages of other podcasts, but I also have a podcast called Renace, which is rebirth. So the Renace podcast, and it's now on Spotify. And so there are different ways to contact us. You can definitely message us. We work a lot, as Solana mentioned, with schools, elementary through college, and we work hand in hand with therapists doing different types of workshops and retreats as well. So if you're interested in that. And we also have a sound bath facilitator training coming up August 7th and 8th. And we've been able to train school psychologists, counselors, administrators to be able to facilitate from a trauma-led lens sound baths in their schools, because we can't be everywhere, although I would love to be everywhere.
For like
You know,
octopus.
yeah,
like-
I always say the goal was to get Solana in school, not take her out of school. So,
Oh
you know, I really want to empower communities and schools to be able to have that if they need it. And so, yes.
100%, yeah.
Mhm.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I will definitely be going to your compassion leadership. I always want to grow and evolve. So you have one new member there. And then, of course, we'll continue to work together. So thank you guys.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much.
And congratulations just on showing us that through so many things, that your perseverance and your goal and your mindset continues to drive you. And I think that's very important within, you know, young adults today. So I thank you for that, Liz.
Thank you
Very
for
sweet.
sharing that with the world. Yeah, yeah.
Of course. Thank you guys.